essentially what our friends from overseas have developed, our Indonesian counterparts in the Indonesian MPL.
Yes.
They've seen a lot of Granger, they've seen a lot of Uranus, and now we see it unfold right here before our very eyes. Welcome to game number 1, Onic Philippines versus LPE. Here we go, a once-in-a-season matchup, this best of 3. Let's see, did I get it right? Yes, it's Angela.
Yeah, it's Angela. Dilar is going to be running Uranus in the side lane with the Avarice, and he's going to be going up against a Poquito, so he'll have no problem at all getting those Avarice stacks. He'll be able to farm up quickly. I like this Kagura pick for Kyrie. Really gives a little bit more space for the jungle, so LPE are thinking twice of how they position, how they invade. Bimo has to be careful here. He'll be able to disrupt. But if Bimo continues to do this and it becomes a tendency for him in this game, Onic don't tend to fare so well because of the rising importance or just the importance in general of Alice now, who can really disrupt playstyles like that.
Yeah, Bimo here showing us his veteran instincts, already burning the flicker, and wow, playing even Iyaknu, Jay as well as Hate, and Kyrie. Oh, but it could only have gone for so long. First blood drawn here by Onic Philippines. But at what price? Jay had to walk all the way there. Aspect here farming so quietly but surely. Looking at the gold, 500 to Onic already.
Yeah, and I feel like part of that is because you have this Uranus going up against a Poquito, so he'll probably getting a lot of gold with the Poquito who's staying so close to him. And then Jay and Iyaknu actually burn those flickers to try and secure that kill. A little bit too greedy, but that probably means that they might consider giving up this turtle, but we'll see.
Yeah, Bimo here taking the ire of 3. Dilar, Hate, and Jay.
Not stopping.
Gonna be trying to get some space here for Jake the Dog, throwing out those love waves. And Ryota. They went for a full swap now. Look at this. Jake the Dog moving up top.
Yeah, gonna be going up against Iyaknu. Oh no, in mid though.
That's gonna be the Tempest of Blades taking down Arvs. And who says Ling is dead? Despite all the nerfs, we see him played well in the MPL here, Season 7 of the Philippine Conference. 6K to 5K. First turtle started up here. Iyaknu taking down Jake the Dog off camera at about a quarter of his health. The turtle's gonna go down here, and Hate is in good position. He does have a retribution. Takes it. Ryota in trouble. Throwing out the umbrella. Hate and Kyrie working together, having swapped roles in the offseason, now showing up in the MPL.
And it's the interesting thing about Onic-PH, where if they ever decide to switch it up and put Hate back into the mid lane and then put Kyrie back into the jungle, then it can still work. They've shown it in the offseason that the flexibility is there, but they're so far sticking to this, and so far it's working. And what's working here is this Kagura pick, just providing a lot of distance. And then, of course, Dilar, with the turtle spawning there, was just able to give room for Onic to keep Aspect away.
Yep, and right here, a duel between Jake the Dog and Iyaknu. Iyaknu calling it quits, already a little low on mana. We've seen this done a few times already in the MPL. The look away, the throw away blood flow, wherein one Alice would throw the flow the other way mid game. Lord isn't on the map quite yet, but turtles are super important. We're 3 minutes 30 seconds in. There's the first hard guard of the game into Hate. Now they take out Arvs. Dilar traded out here by Aspect, and they're chasing down the Granger. Tempest of Blade. Jay secures the kill. Finch Boy's out of here, and there's not much JTD, Ryota, and Bimo can do about it.
Yeah, and for now, Onic-PH are going to have the tempo of this game because the LPE, their Granger Aspect didn't farm as well as he wanted to. So now they are playing to the latter part of the mid game all the way to the late game already, because Hate with his Angela is going to be safe most of the time. They don't have, other than the way of the Dragon of Show, any hard catch to deal with that Angela, with that lane.
Yep, and they can pull off things like this, right? Like you could force the issue even underneath the turret because you know that LP is just not ready quite yet. 1v1 kill by Kyrie, also known as Full Clip from Season 6, taking down Aspect. It's such a tough mid game here for LPE.
Yeah, and for objectives, they might want to consider pushing out the side lanes or the towers instead. The energy shields are still up, should be going down sooner rather than later, but then because of the situation which we find ourselves in, close to a 4K gold lead or nearing 3K gold lead in favor of Onic-PH, it's so risky to contest the objectives such as this turtle at this point, because you're going to risk giving even more kills. Bemo's thinking about it. This will be a really risky play for him.
Yep, no backup in sight as well, as y'all can see. Jake the Dog is way up top, his half of the map. Although we do see Dilar here facing down 3. In goes Jay. Hard guard into the Uranus. He does have a consecration, already used it up. Right now in comes Hate as well. Tempest of Blades catches one. Nice use of the Brilliance, and they're gonna have to back out of here. Respect Aspect. His damage is present, but not just so much as they see Bemo pulls out.
Yeah, you're up against an Angela, a Uranus, and then an Alice. So LPE, they did exactly what we said that they would do. Focus on the side lane turrets for now, but then because of the lead Onic has built up, that Uranus will be able to hold lane even in 3 versus 1 with the help of an Angela plus. You could even convert that into a 1 for none, maybe a 2 for 1 if ever. So LPE now, it's a mix of keep trying to do that, but not too much. Don't commit too much into it, and then just wait until your cores are farmed up. It's a really tough position that they find themselves in.
Yep, agreed. And if I may add just one more thing, LPE, the kills that they should take are the ones that fall on their lap, just like this. Dilar was just a little too forward underneath the turret, especially against a Paquito. So obviously he was pushing his luck there. Now 4 members of LPE here up top securing the gold buff here on the River Crab. And they're going to try to cut Iyaknu here, but instead try to rotate closer into this final turtle right before Lord comes up, and Hate steals away Aspect's purple. Although obviously more important for the Ling, it still sucks for Aspect.
And Hate just picked up his Demon Hunter sword, so that's gonna hurt him in the front line of LPE. If they can't end the fight fast, they cannot have an extended team fight. They have to burst someone down quickly and then back off, or bait Onic into using their abilities and then you go in for the fight. They cannot afford an extended team fight right now.
That's Dilar cutting down bottom lane. Ryota just clearing as best he could. So that's a stalemate down bottom. A little forward for Onic right now. LPE finding some room to breathe here, Reptar. This is great news for LPE. They are going to secure this turtle right here. A little too much damage. Bemo catches one with the blazing duet by Kyrie answering back. And now he goes down. It's Hate going in through the back lines as Arms falls. That's going to be one. Hard guard already into the Ling. Jake the Dog finds Iyaknu. Ryota taken down by Hate. And that's going to be 3-4-2. A little messy, but in the end, Onic is still pushing into LPE's base.
What looked like a really great start there for LPE, as Bemo was the one who was able to pick off Iyaknu's or Kyrie's Kagura. LPE just could not get to Hate at all. Even though they weren't able to steal the turtle, they walked away with kills. They walked away with a free turret up into the top lane. So that was a really big win there for them. And LPE decided to turn their focus to Iyaknu at that position, which he was the clear target. But with Ling looming nearby, I don't think that they were in the right position to potentially counter against that. So they were kind of spread. So by the time Hate went in, ended up getting a triple kill.
Yeah, pardon me, it's actually Kyrie on the Kagura and Hate on the Ling. Again, these two players, they keep swapping roles, and now in the MPL, this seems to be what works, all right? This seems to be what works. So far, still deathless on Angela, and of course, Hate still yet to fall, so they're really making this work. Kyrie up as much as possible. Going back into the matchup here, looking at it, still pretty blue, despite Ryota committing to cleaning up these waves, but Dilar just one-upping him. Dilar, it's not a contest, man. But yeah, he's just gonna come in and cut 2 waves. 2 waves.
And Dilar's partner on the side lanes, Iyaknu, having an all-right game, but that's someone that LP also has to watch out for. What's good for them is that they have abilities to get themselves out. They have the power of Order Brilliance. If they can bait out Iyaknu into using his skills early in fights or early in small skirmishes, then at the end of the day, then LPE should be fine. I guess, Dilar's really just standing in the base of LPE still.
Yeah, pardon me, it actually is a contest. It's a competition.
It's a base lane cut.
Yeah.
He's cutting 2 lanes.
Yeah, there's a way to do this with 3, I hear. But right now, Dilar is just hyper efficient, making sure that Ryota has to deal with 2 lanes all by himself, and again, isolate even Aspect. Now, Kyrie playing around with Bemo here, footsies in their side of the jungle. In comes Jay on the Hate. That's going to be the hard guard by El Capitan. Catching out Bimo. Tempest of Blaze. He doesn't have the dash out. Oh, but he has the Shunpo. He does have one more. Riota taking so much. Jay takes down his old teammate. That's going to be one down for LPE. 4 to defend here. In comes Jake the Dog, blazing the wet. Ria taking out Kyrie. And now even Dilar is in trouble. He doesn't have a consecration. Can Jake the Dog take him out? Picking up the corrosion side. They disengage, but hold up. Oh! Hate coming in. Aspect destroyed. Arvs getting revenge onto Hate here. That's going to be 2-4-3. The game has gone for so long. The team fight has gone for so long that we've seen the fight unfold across 2 fronts.
Rewind that. I just said LPE has got to watch out for Iaknu's Alice, and they get caught. Despite all of that, LPE are still pushing forward.
Yep, the damage is real, it's present, and it's here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's one takeout by the double marksman lineup on the side of LPE. Dilar gets destroyed even before Jay comes in.
Yeah, and Jake the Dog, the insurance policy of LPE has kicked in here. Wasn't interrupted too much. Yeah, 4-2-1, but then he got those kills just now, sort of into the mid game, so the gold swing is much higher, favoring LPE. We're even of the gold, we're even of the towers. We have got ourselves a game, and Onic is slowly, little by little, running out of time, running out of their window to win this game.
I think it's fine for Onic. Fair to say, right? We've seen them in much tighter situations.
That's true.
Much tougher pickles. Say all the say all the idioms you want. But right now, it looks like LPE has found their window. LPE is going to flourish here. 11 minutes, 30 seconds in. They are going to start this Lord up. And I think they're not going to waste any more time, not wait for it to become luminous. As Riota and Arvs play the perimeter here, put up a boundary. No one's going to stop this Lord take. Hold up, look at Iaknu from the back lines. Throwing up a blood flow. Hate already gets the hard guard in him. Oh, Jake the Dog gets demolished. Tempest Ablaze in. Aspect is in trouble. Aspect destroyed. Double kill here for Hate. J-Lord, what are you doing? Another. Bimo tries to get away. He survives, and that's going to be Riota underneath his turret here. Dilar playing diversion, making sure that there's enough space for this Lord take by Hate and Jay, and as well Iaknu. This is a turnaround. Wow, just when we thought LPE had it, Onic takes the Lord.
Misplay there by LPE. They were trying to bait out that fight, but they just didn't have the proper positioning for it. Scattered everywhere. Up against Hate Sling, who is empowered by an Angela time and time again. Jay really is saving that hard guard for Hate's entry. And even if that didn't turn into a fight, there was still a risk of Onic being able to steal away the Lord. So just come in, pop that retribution, steal it away. But then Onic did it the hard way. But then they also made it look so easy. LPE, if they're not careful here, they could lose a lot with this push. Potentially 2 inhibitors if they're not careful.
Yep. If in the mid game it was all about splitting up the map, essentially what Onic wants is for Hate to come in at the right time. J-Lord Hate Gonzalez, once a player for Execration, 3rd place finishers from Season 6, now showing up, earning his spot here in the black, red, and yellow. They're pushing bot, they're pushing mid, top lane being taken care of here by Riota. Dilar looking low, Hate coming in, Jay in here as well. Tempest Ablaze taking out ours.
Wow.
The Lunox erased. There's the blazing the wet here by Jake the Dog. Oh, Kyrie's gonna get taken out here as well. A little too forward for Onic, but nevertheless, they get a push off lane as well. Top, mid, and bottom, amazing lane management.
Yeah, that was the best outcome that LPE could hope for. They were bound to lose 1 tower, but they ended up just losing mid. I said 2 inhibitors at most is what they could lose, but then Onic went in a little bit too early. Although that really looked like a great play there by Hate. It just came in a little bit too early because the members of Onic couldn't come in to help him, to save them. But then, we also have to give credit where it's due. Jake the Dog's timing with the blazing duet saved LPE there.
Every minute that passes by that they aren't losing, LPE just grows that chance to continue to stay in this game 1 and start it strong. Wow, Dilar just giving Jake the Dog the respect he demands. He does have the corrosion scythe. I'm yet to wonder if he already is going to start picking up the halberd, the malefic roar even, blade of despair. There's only so much we could think of, given now that the gold swing might actually go towards LPE very, very soon.
Yeah, now the question is if Aspect can catch up in time, because Aspect has had the rougher game between him and Jake the Dog. So if Aspect just can avoid dying, can get a little bit more farm, then Onic have got a hell of a fight ahead of them right now. But with the lineup that they have here and the lead that they're built up early, they can still play aggressive. They can still play the way that they've been playing. They have to respect the fact that, okay, if we can delete one, be careful, let's just back off, because we can get eat up a blazing duet and just get deleted.
Yep, and that's essentially the one gambit LPE has right here. They have to open up, rope-a-dope Onic, and then make Onic commit with the Hate and J combo. 1 second, 2 seconds too soon. Jake the Dog picking up here the brute force breastplate. Now he's capable of diving and getting out, surviving even the toughest situations. Anything but a 5-on-1.
Yeah, and I feel bad for Ryota. He's really just been stuck to, okay, I really gotta manage this lane duty. We haven't seen much of him. He's been stuck there. And this is what we're gonna be seeing. The thing is, if LPE, if they want to contest this Lord properly, someone has, at this point, should help out. Oh wait, but a pick off.
Nice catch. Wave the Dragon onto Dilar, already using the Consecration, but not the Purify just yet. They do pull the trigger as well on the Heart Guard. So yeah, both teams are counting. They're checking how many ults, how many skills, how many battle spells do we have left. And right now, I think we go back into a reset.
Yeah, so much pressure on the side lanes. They're not careful. They might actually lose his bot tower, but at least Jake the Dog and Arbs are there. I was saying to the thought earlier, LPE needs to help Ryota a little bit more with managing the side lanes. Jake the Dog can push one lane, but if Ryota wants to be, or if LPE wants Ryota to be more of a presence in this game, they need to help clear a lane right now. And with this other Lord, this could go either very greatly or very badly for LPE. They need to somehow bait this so that they force Kyrie or Hate to come in too early, already pop off that Tempest of Blaze. That's their best shot at being able to win this fight, if there is going to be one for this Lord.
All teams have their ults, all teams have their battle spells. Now it's just a matter of execution. Dilar here, not leaving the lower half of the team. And right now, Jake the Dog already taking a few hits, blazing to it in. Hey, with Jay, that's going to be one. Oh, Wave the Dragon onto Aspect. He gets destroyed. Another onto Jake the Dog. All marksmen are down, ladies and gentlemen. Mayday, mayday. All marksmen are down. 2 for none here for Onic.
Iyakno with the entry, and LPE are crying. They played that, baited out the Tempest of Blades. Then Onic was like, wait, we got an Alice here. We got an ultimate. We got a big catch. We got great damage. Immediately deleting the 2 marksmen. There's going to be no contest for this Lord whatsoever. And LPE have got to pull off close to a miracle of a defense here. What's working for them though is that they have good wave clear. It's not bad. They'll be able to manage it well enough. Don't need to lose too much here. But with now close to a 10k gold lead this late into the game and Aspect still behind, he's had a really, really tough game. Oh, it's close to an impossible defense. Not impossible, just close.
Yep, so much that they have to do here to get right, to be able to sustain and to be able to stay here. Dilar, amazing reading of the lanes. Here we go, all members of LPE here clearing mid-wave. They have to concede bottom lane. Bottom lane here has to give. Even top lane, Ryota hasn't left there in what, the past 10-15 minutes? Nay, maybe less. But Hate now already pulling the Heart Guard off to Jay. That's going to be one ult down. They're going to be pushing mid. Oh, Kyrie blows up Arms. And Hate is looking low. That's going to be Iyakno pop in the Winter Truncheon. That's going to be a disengage by Onic. Playing ever so disciplined. LPE survives.
And again, the Kyrie counter-upping is haunting LPE. Bimo and Ryota have to eat up so much. Arbs as well, not the longest ranges of mages, with the Lunok. Still has to get relatively close to deal damage. Say, even if you have the Brilliance, you put yourself into a dangerous situation.
Yep, here comes Hate once more, diving straight into the back with the help of Iyaknu, finishes the job. Even Jake the Dog couldn't. Blazing Duet away all of these problems. All 5 members of Onic-PH bearing down on the base. Go Onic indeed. They're going to be finishing this game under 20 minutes. Congratulations, Onic, taking game number 1. Playing with their food. What a finish.
What a finish and what a game. The display that Onic-PH